There is a peculiar department within the grand archives of the United Galactic Assembly that no one likes to talk about. It is hidden away between records of failed terraforming projects and disastrous first contact scenarios, tucked into a dimly lit corner that inexplicably gathers dust despite the building's advanced filtration systems. Welcome to the Department of Failed Civilizations, the final resting place of once mighty empires. Chief Archivist Zix adjusted their sensory appendages, structures resembling a cross between antennae and satellite dishes, and sighed in a way that only beings who have spent millennia cataloging the downfall of civilizations can manage. Another data crystal had arrived on their desk, carrying the last transmission of yet another fallen empire. Processing failed empire report #7294-533B. Zix dictated to the archive's AI. Note: file this under catastrophically poor life choices rather than the standard natural evolution of societal collapse. And yes, before you ask, it does need a new classification category. The AI responded in its perpetually cheerful tone. Archivist Zix, we have already created 15 new classification categories this cycle alone. The High Archival Council has expressed concerns about our exponentially expanding taxonomy of failure. Well, the High Archival Council can take their concerns and file them under bureaucratic hand-wringing, subsection. Pointless, Zix retorted, their chromatophores flickering in mild irritation. Besides, this one's special. They all are these days, the AI remarked. The crystal hummed to life under Zix's touch, projecting its contents into the space above their desk. The holographic display revealed the usual. Another empire's final words, last known coordinates, and the ever-present timestamp marking their civilization's end. Computer, mark this as the 47th empire this cycle to. Zix paused, their color patterns shifting to indicate disbelief mixed with existential dread. Computer, run a pattern analysis on the final coordinates of all expired empires from the last 10 cycles. Processing, the AI responded. Analysis complete. Would you like me to file this under disturbing coincidences or statistical improbabilities that should not exist? Neither, Zix whispered, their outer membrane paling. File it under Earth-related incidents and clear my schedule. We're going to need a bigger classification system. The next 6 hours passed in a blur of holographic projections and increasingly alarming data points. Zix's office now resembled what humans might call a conspiracy theorist den, if conspiracy theorists had access to multidimensional data displays and quantum probability matrices. Display case file number 1, Zix commanded, their voice raspier than usual after hours of dictation. A holographic projection flickered to life, displaying the final message from the quantum dominion of Axia, a civilization renowned for its mastery of probability manipulation. Final transmission * calculation error. Humans defy mathematical certainty. Abort. Do not attempt to predict their next move. Case file number 2, Zix continued, their chromatophores shifting in deep professional concern. Another projection materialized. This one was from the biocollective of Neuropsy, an empire that had perfected a society through shared consciousness. Final transmission *, our attempted psychic integration with Earth's population has failed catastrophically. They have memes. The infection spreads. We cannot stop sharing cat videos. Transmission degraded. Shall I file that under mimetic warfare or cultural contamination? The AI inquired helpfully. Both. Neither. I don't know any more, Zix muttered, their sensory appendages drooping slightly. Show me the mechanized consortium of logic's final transmission. This one was shorter. Final transmission * error. Human behavior does not compute. Diagnostic reveals they know it makes no sense, and do it anyway. System crash imminent. Zix's color pattern shifted to indicate a mounting headache. Computer, what's the average time between first contact with Earth and total societal collapse for these empires? Processing. Average time is 3.7 standard cycles, with a notable outlier. the perfection hierarchy of Symmetria, lasted only 2 local Earth days before their civilization reorganized itself around something called abstract expressionism. Zix's chromatophores flashed with rising panic. And the pattern? Tell me I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. The AI maintained its cheerful tone but managed to convey a hint of sympathy. Pattern confirmed. Every empire that has attempted to conquer, study, or guide Earth has experienced systemic collapse within 5 cycles. Primary cause appears to be exposure to what reports term human nature. Zix began pacing, their locomotory tentacles leaving faint iridescent trails on the archive floor. That's impossible. These were advanced civilizations. The quantum dominion could literally rewrite probability. The bio-collective had achieved perfect societal harmony. The mechanized consortium had eliminated all logic from their existence. Correction, the AI interjected. They had eliminated all logic until they encountered humans. Computer, Zix said slowly, their outer membrane now showing the distinct patterns of someone connecting deeply unfortunate dots. When was our empire's last official contact with Earth? The Cultural Understanding Initiative was launched approximately 3.4 cycles ago. Would you like me to file this conversation under existential crises or last words? Zix stared at the data projections, their chromatophores shifting into shades of existential uncertainty. Computer, initiate Protocol Omega-7. Access all classified reports on Earth-related incidents. Warning. Protocol Omega-7 requires apocalyptic-level clearance. Are you sure you want to access the things we really wish we hadn't learned? Zix entered an override code. The archive chamber dimmed as hidden data crystals emerged from previously invisible compartments. First entry, the AI announced. Recovered from the Unified Psychology Consortium. Recovered from the debris of their last research station. Final research log asterisk, day 847 of human observation. We have concluded that humans operate on what we term weaponized paradox logic. They are simultaneously the most pessimistic and optimistic species encountered. They knowingly destroy their environment while investing massive resources in fixing the damage. They actively defy prediction models. We attempted to analyze their behavior patterns, only to discover they don't follow their own rules. Zix's appendages trembled. Computer, correct me if I'm wrong, but did 3 of the most advanced civilizations in known space collapse because humans basically outchaosed them? Technically, the AI replied. The Zix collective fell to capitalism, the Mayor into entertainment addiction, and the Grand dominate to what my analysis suggests was essentially weaponized absurdity. Zix exhaled sharply. Computer, create a new classification. Catastrophes that would be hilarious if they weren't so terrifying. As the AI processed a command, Zix muttered, we might be doomed. Or worse, we might be next. Just tell me one thing. Zix Lax whispered. How many of them actually succeeded in understanding humans? Processing. Interesting. Records indicate that the closer any civilization came to understanding human nature, the faster they collapsed. The most successful species appear to be those who maintained a safe distance and strictly limited their observations to. The AI's voice crackled with static. Apologies. Just received an update from the Cultural Understanding Initiative. Our deep study probes have successfully compiled their first comprehensive analysis of human internet behavior. Specifically, something called social media comment sections. Zix Lax's entire being paled to a color previously associated with cosmic horror. How long do we have? The revelation, when it finally came, hit Zix with all the subtlety of a supernova in a fireworks factory. It wasn't hidden in the classified files or encoded in quantum encryption. It had been sitting there all along in the most obvious place possible. The Complaints Department suggestion box. Computer, display grievance report 7, 294, 533B through Z. Zix commanded. Chromatophores cycling through the colors of dawning comprehension. The holographic display filled with thousands of final transmissions. But this time, Zix wasn't looking at the endings. They were looking at the beginnings. The Harmony Collective asterisk routine observation of human entertainment has resulted in an unprecedented wave of individuals requesting vacation time and work-life balance. The Unity Network asterisk warning. Exposure to human concepts of individual expression causing widespread system instabilities. The Perfection Hierarchy asterisk critical alert. Lower caste demanding something called weekend brunch. Concept of mimosas spreading through population at alarming rate. Computer, Zix whispered, their outer membrane flickering with the excitement of terrible understanding. Cross-reference these reports with all instances of the phrase hostile action by humans. Processing, 0 matches found. Now search for human military aggression. 0 matches found. Human conquest attempts, 0 matches found. Though there are several thousand entries under humans accidentally giving other species ideas about freedom, democracy, and casual Fridays. Zix-Lax began pacing again, leaving trails of bioluminescent excitement. Don't you see? We've been looking at this all wrong. The humans aren't destroying these civilizations. They're accidentally inspiring them to self-destruct. The AI hummed thoughtfully. Analyzing correlation found. 94% of fallen empires experienced internal rebellions after their populations were exposed to human concepts of basic rights, entertainment, and something called weekend getaways. Exactly. The Quantum Dominion didn't fall because humans defied their predictions. They fell because their workforce discovered humans only worked 8-hour days. The Bio-Collective didn't succumb to cognitive warfare. Their shared consciousness fractured when half the population wanted to binge-watch different shows. The Grand Demonstrator wasn't defeated by psychological warfare. Their society collapsed when their citizens learned about casual gaming and hobby time. The holograms shifted, showing empire after empire following the same pattern. Exposure to human culture, followed by previously content populations suddenly demanding things like personal time, creative expression, and the right to choose their own entertainment platforms. But that's not even the worst part, Zix continued, their color patterns now showing the distinct swirls of someone experiencing both existential dread and professional excitement. The humans have no idea they're doing it. They're just living their lives. They're the galaxy's most effective revolutionary force. And it's completely accidental. Processing. Implications? Would you like me to create a new classification? Civilizations accidentally toppled by human Netflix recommendations. Don't you understand what this means? Every attempt to study humans has backfired because we're asking the wrong questions. We're not dealing with a hostile species. We're dealing with a mimetic chaos agent. They're not conquering other civilizations. They're accidentally infecting them with concepts like weekend hobbies and personal space. The AI, normally cheerful, took on a note of concern. Warning. Detection of similar pattern in our own civilization. Recent reports indicate a 73% increase in citizens requesting casual dress options and flexible working hours following initial Earth observations. Computer. Display current statistics on our empire's exposure to human culture. The resulting hologram was a cascade of alarming graphs, all trending toward what the AI helpfully labeled as critical mass of getting some me time. It's brilliant, Zix whispered, their outer membrane now displaying colors previously only seen in deep space nebulae. No weapons, no warfare, no conquest, just billions of beings suddenly asking their oppressive overlords, "Hey, why don't we get Taco Tuesdays?" The AI chimed in. Interesting parallel. Ancient human philosophers often discussed the concept of bread and circuses as a means of controlling populations. Humans appear to have reverse-engineered this concept into a weapon of mass liberation, primarily through streaming services and food delivery apps. They're not even doing it on purpose, Zix muttered. And somehow, that's more devastating to authoritarian empires than any military campaign could ever be. Processing, by conservative estimates, exposure to human concepts of work-life balance, and binge-watching will collapse 73% of remaining galactic empires within the next 5 cycles. Primary vector transmission appears to be something humans call social media influencers. A priority alert flashed across Zixlac's consciousness, its urgency marked by both pulsing red holograms and the AI's attempt at a casual tone that fooled absolutely no one. Speaking of our civilization, you may want to review the latest report from the Cultural Understanding Initiative's observation team, the one marked "Oh Nobe" in letters large enough to be seen from orbit. The report materialized. Zix's chromatophores shifted through colors typically reserved for supernovae and particularly spicy food. Emergency update *** observation team Alpha has gone native. Repeat, entire team has gone native. They've started something called a podcast about their experiences. Half the team now identifies as content creators. The other half are writing what they call self-help books about escaping the corporate rat race. Critical warning. Concept of following your dreams spreading through population at exponential rate. Military effectiveness down 45% due to outbreak of personal growth journeys. Economic projections catastrophic as vital industrial sectors lose workers to finding their true passion. Urgent alert * Grand Emperor's offspring discovered human concept of gap year to find themselves. Royal Air has announced plans to quit their job to travel the galaxy. Royal succession in chaos. Final archive entry #7294534. Status. Auto-filed by Archive AI. Classification. Pending. Suggested irony level. Cosmic.